lastly, to put all the elements of this affair before you. Here is the testamentary letter itself, superscribed by the owned hand of our departed brother. He gave me the letter, which was addressed in these words: to the hands of Ebenezer Balfour, Esquire, of Shores, in his house of Shores. These will be delivered by my son, David Balfour. My heart was beating hard at this great prospect now suddenly opening before a lad of 17 years of age, the son of a poor country dominie in the forest of Ettrick. Mr. Campbell. And if you were in my shoes, would you go? Of a surety, that I would, and without pause. Pretty lad like you should get to Cremond, which is near in by Edinburgh, in 2 days of walk. If the worst came to the worst, and your high relations, as I cannot but suppose them to be somewhat of your blood, should put you to the door, ye can but walk the 2 days back again, and risp at the manse door. But I would rather hope that ye shall be well received, as your poor father forecast for you, and for anything that I can, come to be a great man in time. And here, Davy laddie, it lies near upon my conscience to improve this potting, and set you on the right guard against the dangers of the world. Here he cast about for a comfortable seat, lighted on a big boulder under a birch by the trackside, sate down upon it with a very long, serious upper lip, and the sun now shining in upon us between two peaks, put his pocket handkerchief over his cocked hat to shelter him. There then, with uplifted forefinger, he first put me on my guard against a considerable number of heresies, to which I had no temptation, and urged upon me to be instant in my prayers and reading of the Bible. That done, he drew a picture of the great house that I was bound to, and how I should conduct myself with its inhabitants. Be supple, Davy, in things immaterial. Bear ye this in mind, that, though gentle-born, ye have had a country rearing. Dinna shame us, Davy. Dinna shame us. In yon great muckle house with all these domestics, upper and under, show yourself as nice, as circumspect, as quick at the conception, and as slow of speech as any. As for the laird, remember he's the laird. I say no more. Honour to whom honour. It's a pleasure to obey a laird, or should be to the young. Well, sir, it may be, and I'll promise you I'll try to make it so. Why, very well said. And now, to come to the material, or to make a quibble, to the immaterial, I have here a little packet which contains 4 things. He tugged it, as he spoke, with some great difficulty, from the skirt pocket of his coat. Of these 4 things, the first is your legal due, the little pickle money for your father's books and plenishing, which I have bought, as I have explained from the first, in the design of reselling at a profit to the incoming dominie. The other 3 are gifts that Mrs. Campbell and myself would be blithe of your acceptance. The first, which is round, will likely please ye best at the first off-go, but, oh, Davy laddie, it's but a drop of water in the sea. It'll help you but a step and vanish like the morning. The second, which is flat and square and written upon, will stand by you through life, like a good staff for the road, and a good pillow to your head in sickness. And as for the last, which is cubical, that'll see you, it's my prayerful wish, into a better land. With that he got up upon his feet, took off his hat, and prayed a little while aloud, and in affecting terms for a young man setting out into the world, then suddenly took me in his arms and embraced me very hard, then held me at arm's length, looking at me with his face all working with sorrow, and then whipped about, and crying good-bye to me, set off backward by the way we had come, at a sort of jogging run. It might have been laughable to another, but I was in no mind to laugh. I watched him as long as he was in sight, and he never stopped hurrying.